Everyone watching this video has probably noticed by now that the coaching space is turning into a massive pyramid scheme, okay? Everyone is selling the exact same thing, running the exact same ads, going after the exact same people who have heard your exact claims hundreds of times before. And in this video, what I want to do is I want to expose this pyramid scheme and show you how to actually escape and build a business that you're proud of, which is the journey that I'm on myself. The agenda for today is basically exposing the pyramid scheme and exactly why it sucks so much, and then what the escape is. So as I said, this space is turning into a massive pyramid scheme. Okay, what happens is we have one main guru who comes up with a unique way of getting an outcome, and then he starts selling back that same way of getting that exact outcome to other people in the space. And then those people start doing the exact same thing. They start selling the dream of getting that outcome to more people. Okay, and the cycle continues. Okay, so this is basically level 1. You have one main guru who sells to victim 1 and victim 2. Okay, then victim 1 and victim 2 become guru 2 and guru 3 because they start selling the exact same dream to more victims. And then those victims become gurus because they start selling the exact same thing with the exact same positioning and the exact same angle as guru 1. Now you basically have 7 copies of the main guru, which are all selling more people on the exact same dream. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with coaches selling to coaches or agencies selling to agencies. That is just how the game works, right? You're obviously going to be selling to someone who's earlier in their journey than you are. That's just how the game works. But where the problem lies is that all these victims just directly copy the niche of the main guru, copy the offer of the main guru, copy the content of the main guru, and copy the exact sales argument that the guru used. Okay? And they think that they're going to make money just because they bought, right? And they theoretically, because of that, know how to deliver the service. Okay, but unfortunately, that is not how it works, right? What happens is that the further down the pyramid you go, the less money you make, and in reality, you're always going to be stuck at the mercy of the one main big guru who created the tactic, created the product, created the new way of getting the result in the first place. One concept that is very important is that this way, if you operate under this mindset, you will never make more than the main guru. Okay, and this is a concept from the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing, the law of leadership. It's literally the first law of marketing. It's better to be first than it is to be better, right? And guess what? This initial guru, he is first, right? Even if these people are better, that doesn't mean anything, right? Because this guy has the authority. This guy has the sort of stamp of approval of being the first person to actually have created this way of getting results. Plus, when you actually become one of these victims, you are never actually carving out your own path, right? Which means that when the market inevitably moves on from the tactic, from the thing that you're selling, you will be scrambling to survive because you haven't learned the skills necessary to actually build a business. Okay, so my main point is that if you want people to pay you, you need them to recognize the value in what you're doing. And in order for them to recognize the value, you actually need to have value to provide. Okay, we're in a space where everyone's super skeptical. And if you're not legit, people are going to notice that. If you don't have client results, people are going to notice that. Okay, if you're not posting content regularly, people are going to know that something is up. And in order for people to actually see value in what you're doing, you cannot be copying someone else, right? You actually need to build something that is different, that is unique, and that is yours. And now I actually fell into this trap too. Okay, I bought a program and I wanted to start selling the exact same mechanism that I bought and just learned. Okay, which was follower ads, by the way. Okay, this is a video. This is my VSL back at the time, right? I actually took down this video, right? Because why would I have this video up, right? But guess what? It didn't work, right? Of course it didn't work. Why would anyone buy off of me when I was literally a copy-paste version of a guru who learned from another guru, and I was doing the exact same thing as those people, except I didn't have client results. I wasn't making the 200 or 100k per month that those gurus were, and I didn't have any experience or leverage or social proof, as I said, right? Why would these people buy from me? The answer is they won't buy from you, essentially. So now that you're hopefully convinced that this space is a pyramid scheme and why you do not want to be a part of that pyramid scheme, what is the escape? Okay, that is what part 2 of this video is about. Okay, the way I escape this pyramid scheme and the way that you can escape it too, if you're currently stuck in one, is in 3 ways. Okay, it's by creating instead of copying, it's by leveraging you, and it's by being creative. Because the thing is that there's more than enough money to go after in this space, right? But the problem is that almost everyone is going after it in the wrong way, okay? I don't think you guys can see this. Hold on, let me open this up here. All right, so what happens is basically you have a bunch of gurus who are selling the same thing, okay? These are the gurus. As you can see, they all look the exact same because they are the exact same, okay? Oftentimes, you can't even tell who the main guru is until you do extensive research, right? Because usually the guru is proclaiming themselves as the first, right? Because that is just the only way that he's going to be able to stand out after all these people have copied him, right? And these people, a lot of these people, like the copies of this main guru, they're thinking that there's no money to be made, that their market is broke, right? They have all these, I guess you could say, limiting beliefs, right? And that is because there's simply a wall between them and between the prospect that is making them not reach the prospect and not reach the market, right? And the market doesn't want to hear them because they've heard their exact claims hundreds of times before, and they can feel the inauthenticity. And the way to actually break through this is you be unique, right? Like Tyler, the creator, right? As you can see, he does not resemble these people at all, right? And guess what? There's no wall, right? He pierces through the wall. He reaches the market with no problem at all, right? Because he has a unique angle, right? Because the market hasn't heard his claim before, right? Because he's attracting people to his own personality, right? Instead of trying to chase people with the secret offer or the secret tactic, which doesn't really work anymore. So let's start with creating instead of copying. Okay, step one is you must have some form of unique angle, right? As I explained here. And this is the stuff like your USP, like having some form of enemy that you throw stones at, like having a unique name for your mechanism, right? But above all, it's finding an actual different and unique way to get a group of people results, right? It's in making the mechanism itself actually unique. That is the best way. Okay, if you've read Purple Cow by Seth Godin, he says that, yeah, of course you can market in a different way and that helps. However, where the true, real returns come in is where you can actually build uniqueness into the product and into the mechanism itself. And as you can see, this is what people like, Iman Gadzhi, new Renaissance man, right? He's using different keywords. He's positioning himself as different, although it's literally just an SMMA course, right? He's appealing to the actual desires instead of to the mechanism, right? Achieve time, location, financial freedom, right? And the way he speaks attracts people, right? Through the content. You have IPGA, right? Sander Sage, keyword, IPGA model. What is that? People haven't heard it before. Growth operator, right? Growth operating and IPGA is pretty similar, right? But they use different keywords and they're positioned as completely different. Okay, and then you have, things like the VC model, value creator model, right? Once again, the mechanism may not be that different, but even just having the name, the words, the content, and then having the other two steps that I want to outline is going to allow you to stand out a bunch. Steps like leveraging you, right? And this is basically in the content, okay? Just be yourself, right? The only optimal style of content is being authentic while giving the market insane value. Okay, I'll put this in bigger text because it's super important, okay? The only optimal content style is being authentic while giving the market insane value. So you want to speak about your personal story, background, beliefs, experiences, thoughts, vulnerabilities, because these things are the only things that others truly can't copy. And it's what's going to give your business fuel and air to live for a really long time and not disappear once the trend disappears, right? Or once the market moves on. And then point 3 is just being creative, okay? Stop trying to copy your competitors' ads, okay? Copy the methodology behind them, copy the principles behind them, right? But do not copy them word for word, okay? That is literally the worst thing that you can do, okay? You need to be creative and you need to find your own thing that works, okay? The best ads are usually the most unique and the most authentic ones. So, for example, Sam Ovens, how I created more millionaires than Shark Tank. Or advice for consultants struggling to get clients from a consultant who has too many, right? Or working 9 to 5 sucks, consulting doesn't, right? These are pretty unique headlines, right? Who else do you know with similar headlines? Not many people, right? Because Sam Ovens came up with unique headlines himself. Or people like Sabri Subi, right? It's literally him with his book, and then it's him old with his book, right? This is what it'll look like when you finally buy my book, right? It's him waiting for you to buy his book, and it's a really creative, right? And it performed super well. I think he's still running in that, in fact, after like a couple of years. He has like really long video ads, right, which are very highly edited, very well produced, and like, for example, in this one, he's literally showing poop on the screen 4 seconds in to hook the viewer, right? Who else do you know doing that? Nobody, right? Like, who would think to do that? Only him, right? But it works super well. Why? Because it's authentic, because it's different, and because it's creative, right? So that is what I want you to take away, okay? Sam's, Sabri's, and even Hermosi's ads, right? His recent ones for school, or the ones that he was running back when he was the owner of Gym Lodge, are super unique, and they crush, right? They break the pattern, and they make the prospect realize that your solution is a new opportunity. So what you gotta do is you gotta follow the right principles. But what you want to do is you want to mix it in with your own little set of creativity, and you want to give it your own spin. And once you apply these 3 steps, you will have escaped officially this pyramid scheme, right, which is affecting so many people right now, and you will be seen as unique. You will be in your own lane, and I mean, personally, I find way more fulfillment just being in my own lane than chasing trends. And if you're currently chasing a trend and maybe you're not finding as much fulfillment in business as you'd like, it could be because you're following that trend. Okay, that's just what I've seen personally. Call to action time. If you want us to build out your marketing system for you and then automate it so that you can scale past 30K per month in your coaching business, then you can book a one-on-one call with me and we will see what that would look like and if we are potentially a fit to work together. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope that you got value and I'll see you guys in the next video.